3, 2, 1. Surprisingly fast. I think I broke my phone. Hey guys, Dan the Man is back in town. Actually, we're in the forest, but it doesn't matter. Today we're gonna speak about the brand new BMW X5. This is the 2022 model because we have the M anniversary badge. This badge comes only on the BMWs produced in 2022 because it's the 50th year anniversary of the M models. So, what do we have here? So this X5 has the M Sports package, which has a more aggressive grille. It helps both with the styling and also helps a little bit with the aerodynamics. We have this humongous grille, but at the same time it's not as big as on a 7 Series or bigger models than this one. So this is still a little bit decent in proportions. We have 20-inch alloy wheels with winter tires. The minimum you can put on an X5 is 18 inches and the maximum is 22 inches. It has the M Sports adaptive suspension, and at the same time we also have the M Sports exhaust system, which, even though this is a diesel car, it helps a little bit with the styling of the noise of the exhaust. We can see that we have a beautiful color on the car. It's a gray David metallic that has orange and green and golden flakes on it. It's very, very beautiful. In the back we can see that we have a pretty simple design. We have a spoiler here with piano black ornaments on the side. These help with the airflow so it doesn't disturb the aerodynamics. Also, the spoiler pushes the back end of the car to the ground so you can have a better handling. The LEDs are amazing. They are very high quality, and I like the fact that when you turn them on, it just fills the whole thing with a very smooth light. So that's a nice touch. Of course, we have the X-Drive model, but you know that because it's a BMW, it's always rear-wheel drive biased. And at the same time, we have actual real exhausts over here, but at the same time, we have this ornament, so it just blends in better with the car. Also, this is the M Sports exhaust, which helps a little bit with the noise. I know it's a diesel and diesels don't exactly sound good, but with the M Sports exhaust, it's actually a little bit more aggressive and it has a very nice touch to it. We already know from the previous models of the X5 that the trunk opens two ways. And also it's nice that when you push this button, it closes both at the same time. Of course, we have soft close and soft open on the trunk, even though the rest of the car doesn't have it. We also have a tow hook, and I love the fact that this tow hook is actually fast. Go with the camera down so they can see. Also, we have a few hooks over here. We have one on each side. We have a 12-volt socket. The extremes over here, I think they're just a nice touch, and that's about it. And underneath we have a pretty big space. You can actually fit a small dimension spare wheel and all of the other stuff you need. Plus you have this net that you can mount in the rear end in case you want to put bigger luggage inside. Also here on the side we have a space for the first aid kit, but the first aid kit is very hidden because you actually see one of the car's computers over there. If we go in the back of the car, you can immediately see that this is not your ordinary BMW X5. This car starts from 74,000 euros, and this one has been actually pumped up with extras up until 125,000 euros. So that's a lot. But at the same time, we have white and midnight blue leather, and everything is extraordinary. The materials are simply amazing. Here in the back we have USB-Cs in both of the front seats. We have here the climate control, and we also have heated rear seats. A decent sized pocket. The door pockets are huge. They can actually fit a lot of stuff. On the door, if you look, we can see the Bowers & Wilkins sound system. That's about 5,000 to 6,000 euros. So yes, 20 speakers in this car, they sound amazing. We also have nets here on the windows and a big panoramic roof that has actually the smaller bit in the front that actually opens. Other than that, this one is just a window. Also, I like that we have hidden cup holders, so they will never bother you while you sit here, and a very tiny space in the middle for your kids' cell phones or whatever. And also you can see that the rear seat opens 40, 20, 40. So it's more accessible if you want to put, I don't know, this is just for skis, for example, or long stuff. And other than that, you have 620 liters in the back. And if you lower everything, you get close to 2000 liters trunk space. So that's a lot. And if we move in the front, it's filled with luxury over here as well. Of course, we have the BMW M Sport steering wheel, which is one of their best. At the same time, we see that we still have the older command center around here. So we have actual physical buttons. All of these are configurable. You can put anything you wish on them. Even next and previous song, we have buttons for that as well. At the same time, we have heated and ventilated seats, and what's impressive is that you can turn the heater and the ventilation at the same time. Of course, we have the gesture control, because why the hell not? Two cup holders over here, and I like the fact that they're both refrigerated or heated, so you can keep your drink at any temperature you want. And here we have the crystal shifter, and also we have crystal around here and on the start stop button. This is the iDrive 8, and I think this is one of the last BMW cars that will come with this system, because the newer ones have the big screen over here, basically two screens that are united one with another. So everything you need, from the climate control to the radio, everything is physical. You don't have to actually use the touch screen, so that's amazing. We have shifter paddles. I don't know, it's not an interior that you would easily get bored of, and this car is actually configured amazingly. Also, we have a Mercedes type armrest that has a USB-C over here. Here we have a USB-A. The glove box is big enough, so you don't have anything to complain about. I don't know, it's just a very nice place to be in. And I'm actually a Japanese fan, but BMWs have something that all of the other car manufacturers don't. They actually drive amazing. So you cannot buy a BMW that drives badly, because BMW always thinks of the driver more than the passenger, so that's amazing. Under the hood we have a 3-liter inline-6 twin-power turbo diesel engine that produces 286 horsepower and 650 newton meters of torque, and you can actually see right here, or here somewhere underneath, the conversion to pound-feet of torque. When you buy a BMW, you already know that you have a ton of engine models that you can choose from. The base one is the 2-liter diesel engine, the 25D, the 2-liter diesel that produces 232 horsepower. Also, you have the 3-liter diesel, you have the 3-liter inline-6 petrol, so that comes first as the 30i. Then you have the 40i, you also have a 40D that comes with this engine but produces 340 horsepower. The 40i produces 333. If you want to jump ahead ahead, you can get the 45E, that is a 3-liter inline six, but with a plug-in hybrid motor. So you have a battery and an electric motor, and together they produce 398 horsepower. And you can even jump more ahead if you want. You can get the 50i, especially in the United States. In Europe they discontinued it. Then you can get the M50i, the M50D, and the X5M. So that's a lot of engines to choose from. So here we are at the wheel of the BMW X5 3-liter diesel engine. I do like the shifter, I like it a lot. I like the fact that the steering wheel is electronically operated, so that's another nice touch. And I like the fact that because it's an SUV, you can drive on mostly any terrain you want. As you can see, the cameras are very high quality. That's something that BMW never lets you down with. Let's do the first thing. Let's hear a bit the engine. So now the car is in comfort mode. Yes, we do have some synthesized sound in the stereo system, but at the same time you can actually hear an actual difference of the exhaust system. So this is with the car in comfort, and if we put it in sports mode, it's just a hint, a little bit more aggressive, but not too much. And yes, BMW knows how to make cars that drive amazing, because it does not feel like a 2.5-ton car. It's surprisingly nimble, it's surprisingly agile, but at the same time, being a diesel, you don't exactly go over 4,000 RPM. But who cares, because you can still do 0 to 60 in 6.1 seconds, but we're gonna see that in a minute. And at the same time, the top speed is electronically limited at 250. The car can do more. It doesn't matter if it's a diesel or not. In case you're, I don't know, in Germany watching this, you just take out the top speed limiter and that's about it. So the surface that we are on is slightly damp. So yes, it's winter, and of course the snow just melted, and yes, the car wants to oversteer, but the systems don't let it. The nice fact is that it wants to oversteer and not to understeer, so that's actually quite interesting, especially given the weight and the size of the car. Okay, now I set the DSC on traction, and let's see if it wants to. No, it just sticks to the ground. Yeah, it just sticks to the ground. So that's what happens when you have a heavy car and not 500 horsepower. The seats are amazing. You even have a setting here that inflates the side of the seats. You even have massage seats, so that's another nice touch. Very comfortable. You cannot not love this car. A little bit of wheel spin at the exit of the corner. Yeah, it just sits right up. It's not like the 330D that you saw previous on the channel that is very tail happy, very tail friendly actually. At the same time, we have Apple CarPlay wireless and Android Auto that's partially wireless. Why is it partially wireless? Because depending on what Android phone you have, you get wireless or you get with cable. Now it's time for the 0 to 60 test. So let me just take my phone so I can use my Draghi app. I have to wait for an ad. That's amazing. Connect.
1 hour later.
Of course, we have to wait to connect to the satellites, because why the hell not? And it has to download 8 megabits.
1 eternity later.
So what do you guys think about this car? Is it something that you would consider buying or not? Personally, I hate SUVs, but at the same time I kind of like this one. I know it's mainstream to say yes, I like a BMW X5, but at the same time the way it drives and also how practical it is, you don't see that on too many vehicles. It's not dull one bit. It's a driver's car, a driver's SUV. Okay, let's do the 0 to 60 time. 3, 2, 1. Surprisingly fast. I think I broke my phone. 6.3 seconds. BMW declared 6.1. We did it in 6.3. Now let's do 60 to 0. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, that was aggressive. 3.2 seconds, 319. So this is what my Draghi shows. From 60 to 0, not only that we did it in 3.19 seconds, we did it in 43 meters. Unfortunately, I haven't emergency stopped too many cars so I can compare that time, but I'll find something on the internet and put it down here below. This is quite impressive. On the 0 to 60 time, BMW declared 6.1. We did it in 6.3, so I don't think that's actually a time that you can complain with. Let me just turn around, because I want to drive it a little bit more, even though we're kind of finished here. I don't know what else to say. Okay, you can drift it if you want. So that's interesting. Maybe find a place to drift it. Okay, now back to the forest. So yes, this was our time with the BMW X5. I know it's a diesel, and depending where you're watching me from, you will not get diesels, especially in the United States. But at the same time, this is closer to what an SUV has to be. So you get a lot of torque, you get enough horsepower, a lot of towing capacity, and those are advantages of the diesel cars. Here in Europe, if you have a diesel BMW X5, everybody looks up to you. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you liked the car, and until next time, drive safe. Oh, and do not forget, if you like this video, just go down and press subscribe and the like button, because it really helps me out, and this way I know that I'm doing something properly. If you want me to do something different, there's always a comment section below that you can just go and punch whatever you want.